All right, Jarelle, we are going to get into this. The Creek King giving some swing tips. Let's analyze this swing and then let's go over it. We got the down the line and we got the face on. So let's see what we got. Down the line, okay, okay. And face on. All right. So I see a couple of things. Let's start with down the line here. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to focus on is the way that you are taking it up really, really high. I want you to just kind of look at your wrist right here. It's kind of cupped a little bit. We kind of want that more flat, like along your forearm line. So if you can draw a line straight up from your shoulder to your wrist, you want your wrist or the back of your palm or like the top of your hand to be also along that. You got like a little bit of cupping there at the top. So we got to work on that being flatter. And then I would also recommend you not having your hand, see how high above your head that is? That used to be where my swing was at. But what really gave me a lot of consistency was keeping this right armpit tucked in and getting a little more flatter. It's rare you see any tour professionals or really good golfers have this high of swings. I think one of the only people I can think of that swings that high is like Ben Kruper, like the Pause King. Like he swings really high like that, but even when he does, he keeps his right armpit down and connected. So I'm gonna the connection with your armpit is it's weird saying armpit so much, but that is the move that I think would be really good for you to practice. I really like how you've got that left knee bent. You got your right knee straight. So the next thing I would focus on at address, you have kind of, if you look from your neck of the club, like the shaft all the way up to your arms, it's like really straight. It's like really straight on. Like you could draw a straight line from the neck of the club all the way up to your shoulders almost. There's not much bend. So instead of your hands starting right here at address, I would have them start like right in between your crotch and where your hands are right now, like right in this little speck of cement right there. So your hand should be like resting down. And so when you take it up high, your hands are kind of pushing away from your waist, and that kind of causes you to take it a little outside on the takeaway here. Let me see if I can zoom in enough. Yeah, so instead of bringing it in like straight, you're kind of coming in a little outside. So see how that moves a little to the right, more towards the tee than does your body. See, it's coming like a little more to the right. So we want that to come more inside. But you kind of fix it in the middle of your swing. It's just you have a lot of lift with your arms here. You're kind of lifting them up really high, and then your right arm's getting separated from your body here at the top with that armpit. So a good drill for that is we can wrap like a towel in between our armpits and just make sure that towel doesn't fall off in the middle of our swing. You'll be able to tell right away that your arm isn't connected to it because that towel's going to fall off. So we got to make sure we're keeping that motion there. And then at impact here, you're bringing it in nice. And I mean, this is a really good shot. I mean, you hit it in the middle, right? So, of course, we're going to like the contact and like how this one looks. But we can see a couple of problems here just based on that. Because look at this impact position. Look how far your arms are stretched. You don't really have like any hip turn. Your hips are like square to the ball. So you're losing a lot of distance and a lot of compression off of this. It looks like a long iron, so it looks like it goes far. But I could just guess you probably are losing about 20 or 30 yards just off this alone. Maybe not 30, but like anywhere between 10 and 20 yards just because you don't have any compression here. Like how straight your arms are. Like you're back to how you were at address pretty much. And you need a lot more compression and a lot more hip turn to get that ball to go. Another thing that I'm seeing here is you're lifting up this left leg in the backswing. See how that kind of comes off the ground a little bit? That's showing me that you have a little too much weight on your back foot here. I know a pro does this, Bryson DeChambeau, if you're familiar with him. He lifts up that front foot to help kind of load him into the slot. But bro, I'm not a pro, you're not a pro. I would say don't model after the irregularity amongst the group, Model after what Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Tiger Woods, even somebody right now who has like a butter swing, Fred Couples, Jake Knapp, all of them keep their feet flat through impact. And I struggle with this too. Like my right leg comes up a lot through impact, but it's because I've unloaded from my back leg. the industry standard is like 85% of your weight should stay on your front foot, like the entire golf swing. So we don't want too much of our weight on our back foot because that can help us stay back. And when we can kind of work on what you should work on a little bit, which is loading and popping that left knee back, kind of like you do, but more really like sitting into it and getting compression. That's going to help you, hit the ball a lot further as well. So I have a couple of videos I can send you that can target that specifically, but those are a few things that I see. It also looks like your thumb on your grip. We can change that, yeah. So this is another thing. I don't know really what your miss is specifically, but you really want that thumb to wrap across the club, not straight down it and not to the right. From your perspective, you want your thumb to wrap around kind of like a baseball grip all the way to the left. Wrap it all the way around so that it's touching your right hand pointer finger. Okay, that's going to give you a little more face control. And then let's see what we got for your swing here. It's all right. So we're here. And so because you don't use a lot of hip turn, you do what's called swaying a lot, and you flip your hands at the club. So the bottom of your swing is pretty much right at the ball. So right about there, you're pretty square, and then you're kind of sweeping the ball, and now it's coming up a little bit. This is just another angle from how you were meeting the ball dead square, like how you were at impact. That's how you're hitting the ball. And we want, see this L angle you have right here? You kind of want to be hitting the ball with somewhat of that shape, and you're just missing the compression aspect of it, really. A lot of that is getting your weight through. I think you have a little bit of early extension here, where instead of sitting and turning, you're kind of just maybe humping at the ball a little bit, and you're doing a lot of swaying. So instead of staying right here and then just twisting back through, see how that guy in the blue shirt disappears behind you because you move, your whole body moves over this much like that. This is your impact position, and this is where you started. Like you've swayed and moved a lot to the left to try and hit that ball, but we don't want to really move that much. We want to move a lot less than that. So from this angle, I'd say you got to fix that thumb grip. Work on that towel ringing drill. I've talked about before in my lives. I'll send you some videos for some of these things. I like the alignment stick. Literally a stick, looks like. Very epic. I like how you keep that left arm straight at the top. That's good. I can see a little bit of that cupping that we were talking about earlier. So we'll work on that. We got some swing, and we got some early extension a little bit. You're kind of flipping your hands at it, so you're not really getting any compression. You're losing a lot of distance like that. Yeah. So those are all the things that I see in that swing, and I'll send you some videos to help actually target all that, not just hear everything that's wrong with your swing. All right. I'll send those videos soon, brother.